All right, boys and girls, today we're going to set up still lifes and create still lifes. Your first step is going to be to arrange your objects. You're going to choose 3 objects that you have around the house that you would like to draw, and you're going to arrange them on a table. Notice that I put my objects next to each other and included some overlapping to make it interesting. Additionally, you want to set it up in such a way that you don't have multiple lights shining on it. Instead, you want to have light shining from one direction. The second step that you're going to do is you're going to sketch your objects. Just kind of put them on the paper, set them up, so that way you know you have everything set up in such a way that your drawing is ready for the third step. For the third step, you're going to carefully draw the contour lines of your object. So you already sketched it with some lines to set up your drawing. Now you're going to draw those contour lines or the outside outlines carefully on your object so that it looks crystal clear as to what you are drawing, and so that you have that realistic idea or that realistic picture of your still life. Fourth and finally, you want to add some shading. When you shade your objects, you want to make sure you do different value changes. You want to make sure that the darkest parts of your objects are shaded darker and the lighter parts are lighter. So make sure you do value changes. And if you're having a difficult time seeing the values or the shading on your objects, kind of blur your eyes, and then you're able to see the shadows and the shading more clearly. So do this carefully, try and make it look as realistic as possible, and have fun with it. I'm really excited to see what you create and to give you your points for this project. Speaking of points, here is your rubric. The first point is if you draw your contour lines carefully, you will get your point. Second, if you include 3 or more objects in your still life, make sure you have at least 3 to get that second point. Third, you're going to make sure you have shading on each object that you draw. And fourth point, make sure you show the value changes in your shading. All your shading should not just be one value. You should have dark parts of your shading and light parts of your shading.